You are straight up, Birdie.
I don't have one.
Oh, that's what the window for.
Hmm.
Think like this. Why do I think like this?
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. It's the Chop It Up podcast, man. It's your boy Hawklyfe, man. And I'm back in the building with another great interview, man. This part two of a part three interview. Uh you just heard, you just heard Feel This Way off my guesses second mixtape,
Yeah,
part two of Motivated.
yeah.
My guest today is Cheefa YZ. Man,
What
introduce yourself.
up? Yeah, the Chief YZ loudmouth shit, bitch. You already know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. From Carolina to Baltimore, Maryland, in the building, and
Yeah, 2-6. And
you already know it's gonna be a good interview, man. First and foremost, man, just tell us what's your creative process like in the studio? Like when you creating, is it a vibe? Is it a sound? Break it down for us.
you usually when I get in the studio, I'm always smoking. I smoke and then I listen to like about 3-4 beats and I pick the best one out of there. And then I usually just get in the studio and then try to make things.
Absolutely. That's kind of like me. I'm a freestyle. I might in there and just go with it, put a beat on and just strip. There's no thought process. But we gonna go through some of your songs real quick because you got some interesting titles. First, I want to ask where you. Well, I'm still gonna ask, but I got an idea. First, tell them where your name come from. Chief YZ.
Chief YZ actually came from my mom. When I was smoking with her one day and she called me a chief. So I said, well, my name at the time was Yellowstone's. So like the first letter of Yellowstone's is Y, the last letter is Z. So when I looked up Cheefa, people already had that name. So I kind of came up with the idea of just putting Cheefa YZ. So the actual saying is Cheefa Yellowstone's, but I shortened it to Cheefa YZ. I thought it was too long. That's how I came up with Cheefa YZ.
Yeah.
And then I also talk to everything to A to Z. So it kind of like looked like.
Yeah, it just worked. Yeah, because when I seen it, I already know me being experienced smoking myself. I'm not smoking because I'm in the shop. If I went in the shop and I was doing an interview at home, I'd probably be smoking. But yeah, just to get into some of these songs, like I'm gonna say the song name and you kind of break it down what it was like making it. First one is "Won't Be Us."
Won't Be Us. That's a little personal song that when I first made it, I didn't I didn't have it wasn't like even supposed to be a song, to be honest. I just was messing around. It was one of the
Yeah.
warm-up song that you usually make as an artist, like the one that you kind of iffy about. You just trying to get your vocals right, you messing around, just trying to get the jitters out, jump on the song. But then when I finished making it, it's really about like motivated all together is really about after a relationship, like the aftermath after a relationship, like the emotions you go through. So the reason why I made Won't Be Us is because I felt like there wasn't going to be another chance that me and this other person would get back together. So that's why I say like talk that shit won't be us. Like I'm not talking about our situation, but I'm venting in my way. So you ain't never got to worry about me saying nothing that ain't true. Because if I'm talking about you, I'm gonna say it to you. If you find out I'm talking about, it don't matter. We can talk about it. If you hear or not, I'm gonna say what I want to say. So I just made that song. I felt like my brother should have been on it, so I made the call to him. And of course, whenever we call, it's always a yeah. I'm hopping on it because if you like me and my brother, we don't. If he called me and lyrics say I want you on this song, I know he see the vision. We both got the same vision. So if I know he want me on a song, he know that I'm gonna kill it. So it's automatically like he know there's a reason why I'm on there. So I gave him the song. He sent it back to me. It was fire. So I just decided to drop it. It really wasn't even supposed to drop. And it
Yeah.
wasn't even supposed to have a lyric on it. It was just supposed to be a warm-up song. But I ended up like liking it myself. So I dropped it for me.
Yeah, it's very deep. It's a very nice. It's very decent. And it's relatable. I respect an artist that make relatable music. Next song is "What Do You Want."
What do you want? That's
Yeah,
that's literally it explains itself in the title. I'm
yeah,
literally asking, like, what do you want from me? Like you don't want a relationship, but you still want to mess with me. You got your own relationship going on, but you still hitting me up. So what really do you want? You don't want a man. You don't
yeah.
want a relationship, but you want to be intimate with people. So what do you like?
You know, I
See, I'm
think
too grown.
that's
That really
seventy
came
percent of
from me being
females.
grown.
I think that's 70% of females. Cause I didn't. I didn't been in so many goddamn relationships. But the funny part is like when you as a man, when we ask in the beginning what you want in the relationship, what you want out of the relationship, oh, I want a relationship, I want this, I want that. And then when they get in a relationship and they can't do the shit that they want to do, now it's not what they wanted. Like
Yeah.
women are the most confusing, manipulative.
Dave Chappelle said it the best. Women always change. A
Yeah,
woman, you'll meet a woman now, and 6 months later, she's a whole different woman. That's how women
yeah,
are. They
that's
change faster than men do. That's why they mature faster than men do.
mm-hmm.
They always changing, evolving. That's why you need a woman to kind of be on your side. But if you got the wrong one, you go in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true.
Eggs.
Women, side note, figure out what the hell y'all want. If it's just a
Yeah, that would help too.
right, that would
Big
help.
side
Like if
note.
it's just a fuck thing, say that. We can do that, and that's cool. We can keep it casual. You know what I'm saying? But don't say you want this relationship thing when I tell you can't hang out every Friday night with your girls because they messy. Don't get mad. They messy.
Yeah,
And I know y'all
yeah.
you moving around with fleas, you running around with dogs, you're
Women
gonna
have to understand too, and men. Just because you have friends, they don't have to be my friends, and I don't have to
yeah,
like them. But I can respect that you want to chill with them because they're your friends. But I
yeah.
don't have to be around that.
Yeah, it's a compromise, and women do not like the compromise. That's the whole problem in the situation, most of the
That's what the
time.
problem with a lot of relationships because people think you win and lose.
Right?
If one person loses, then y'all both lose. One person
Exactly.
win, then y'all both win. So when y'all fighting to see who winning and losing, it's never gonna work.
Absolutely, absolutely. The next song coming out. That song is interesting to say that the next song is "Your Mind Still."
Yeah, this is what happened. I always like that song. That was my song when me and said other person
Mm,
split. That was my song that helped me deal with it. So I wanted to twist it because I wanted to make it like I don't want you to be mine anymore, but you are mine, but I don't want you to be mine. Like I can have you, but I don't want you. So I kind of twisted the topic instead of keeping it on like, oh, she's mine, but she's not mine. She can do whatever she want. I was more like, I don't want you to be mine. So it's
I
just
ain't
a
gonna
twist.
drag you along, but if I want you, I
Yeah.
want you. Understand that? But
Yeah.
right now, I don't want you. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want
Right now I'm good. I don't learn my lesson. That's why there's a
you.
motivated three.
I tell you, I motivated three.
Thank you.
uh,
Appreciate
yeah, check that out, man. You ain't hear this man music? Check it out, man. Support him on all platforms that he on.
it.
We're gonna get to that later on the platforms, but I know for sure he on YouTube. Support him on YouTube. Next song is Ghost the Remix.
This is another crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
On the original Motivated,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a story I ain't never really tell nobody. So only person that knows this is Lyric because he was there. On the original Motivated, Lyric was supposed to be on the first. There's a song called Ghost, and it's featuring Peso and
Yeah.
Menace, which is people we were making music with at the time. That was
Got
underneath
them out.
Loud Boys, Loud
Mm.
Mob, and we were all in the studio, and the beat was short, and Lyric was supposed to get on it, and they we were all kind of like trying to figure out how to fix it together, and Lyric was like, I'll just stay out of it, and if there's ever a remix, I'll make it.
Mm.
So when Motivated 3 came around, I found a beat that kind of resembled Ghost. So I put him on it, and Menace and Peso wasn't on it. So it was really more like I always wanted my brother on that song. So I remade it and then made it the remix. That's a remix of my own original song off of Motivated 1. So then also that's why it's on Motivated 3 too, because it plays in the Motivated 1.
That's dope. So, what was the creative process about making Ghosts in the first place? Like from the first, just
The
making
first
that
the first one
particular
we
track.
made, Ghost was pretty much telling them like my homeboy that was making the song, which is one of them. I'm not gonna point him out as they business, but he was a ladies' man. So when he came in the studio, I kind of wanted to relate to him. So I decided to make the chorus. I go Ghost on these bitches. I
Mm.
go Ghost on these bitches. So it's kind of like, hey, I get mines. I'm a player, and then I'm out. Like this is a one time thing. That's how he rocked. So he really liked the song. So that's how he was on it, and that's how I came up with it. We were all smoking and chilling, vibing like usual. I
Yeah,
just came up with these songs.
it's crazy. Um, one that caught my eye was one that I like. It's off a whole different out of the mixtape. Um, this one is off of Kush Lord too. Um, Martians.
Martians. Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was
You
a
was
dope track. Tell me about the Kush Lord 2 mixtape and what was the process of making that and that particular song?
oh man. Cuslor 2 was really it. The first one and the second one is all just a collective of just randomness to be honest. But
Mm,
it is a vibe, but it was all just random having fun moments. So
yeah,
and I was really, really under the influence. I can't really remember some of the songs. I just know
right,
that it goes hard. I've
right.
listened to it many times myself. But with that song, I was just smoking a lot of the time. And I just like I want to make something that's out of space because I feel like I'm so like the green I had me up. So I was like, I'm out of space. So I made that song about Martians. So that's why I came up with it. And also, I always loved Martians versus Goblins. So that song was really gonna be like a remix off of that beat, but I feel like the flow didn't go with it, so I made it its own original song.
That's crazy. That's the way you what they call it, adapt. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that shit. Well, pretty much I don't even write my songs to beats, to be honest. I want to put that out there. It's now that you mentioned that,
Wow,
I always write my songs before I even find the beat.
wow.
Always.
That's
And then
me
only
also.
some songs I write it to the beat. Like if I find the beat first, and then I have like automatically come up with a hook or something because that's how I do. Like I'm fast with courses. That's the only time I write to the beat. But usually I've already got like the whole song written on my phone, and then I find the beat to the song. But I always write everything where I can say it's fast or slow. So I just pretty much play with it and do different songs. And if the vibe's right the first time, I'll keep it. And if it's not and I don't like it, then I'll slow it down because I know I can. And then I pretty much made the song like that.
Yeah, that's how I kind of am. I don't write no more, but when I was writing music, I used to always write it. Really, I didn't write it. I'd write so much of it, and then the rest would be freestyle off the head. But it'll blend well with what I wrote. Um, cause like I had been writing since I was like 9, 10, 11 years old. I was writing movies, short movies
You
and
want to hear
shit.
another fun fact? I don't like cutting people off, so I do
Oh, you
apologize.
good?
But a fun fact before I forget it, because I have memory problems. But the only reason why I write is because of lyric. I was just freestyling,
Yeah.
and one day he said, "You should just write, like try to write it down, man." He showed me how to write on his porch. We were about like 12, 13. I don't know. You would have to ask him because, like I said, I got memory problems. He's more on tune with like everything in the sequence that happened. But I remember I used to freestyle all the time at the bus stop. He would hear me all the time. And we would freestyle. And then one day I went to his house and he had this book. He had a whole bunch of songs written down. And I didn't know how to structure songs at the time, you know, like bars or 16s and what you needed. So he kind of showed me all that and was like, why don't you just write stuff? And I wrote my first song that night. It took me like 2 hours. I came to the bus stop and rapped it for everybody. And he was like, yeah, man, we need to make a rap group. And that's how me and him just start rapping together ever since then. But we were brothers before we were rapping.
That's
We just found
crazy. Yeah, we ain't gonna get too much into that, but that's cool stories. Cool how y'all met up and made this group thing. But we gonna save the rest of that conversation for when we get to
oh, yeah,
the
that's the teaser. I ain't saying nothing
yeah.
more.
It's just a teaser for the group interview, man. That's coming. You know what I'm saying? That's part
oh,
two.
yeah, definitely.
Um, we'll get back into this good music, man. Booming.
Boom. Another one, Feel This Way.
Yeah.
And it started off the mixtape because I have depression issues. That's
Mhm.
why I also put Don't Cry in there. That's another song that if you listen to Feel This Way, you gotta listen to Don't Cry. That's the vibe. They were made back to back together.
Yeah.
And actually Don't Cry is just leftover lyrics from Feel This Way, to be honest. I didn't want to say that, but I'll put it out there. Just for you. That
Yeah. Definitely. You say you deal with depression. How has that influenced your music? Um, and how is that? Because sometimes personal issues can be the driving force that we need. So how has that helped you? And what? How have you learned to cope with it and things of that?
is music my therapy.
Yeah,
That's my therapist. So if it wasn't for music, I wouldn't even be here, to be honest.
that's real
That's just
talk.
facts.
Yeah,
So whenever I'm like feeling down or like feeling like, you know, to the point where you questioning life or anything, I'm just feel. And that's where my music come from. And it's not no like how artists try to fake depression or make sad. I don't try to make sad music. I just make music. It just happens to be what vibe it is when I make it.
absolutely. Like a lot of people have that situation when it comes to Rod Wave. Shout out Rod Wave, and they see that
Like that's yeah.
he make a lot of sad songs that people don't understand. Is he making stuff that he can feel and relate to, and so happen that style of music is his gold mine. That's his
Yeah,
wheelhouse.
he has no one to vent to. He'll tell you,
Mm,
man, Poison. There's a whole bunch of. I can go on Rod Wave. That's my guy.
yeah,
But I don't know him, but you know what I mean. But hey, that's my music. Rod Wave, Kid Largo, Juice World, XXX. Those are my favorite artists.
yeah.
Like
I mess
forever,
with this world, man.
especially X.
I was mad. I was mad that I didn't get to hear Juice WRLD a little bit earlier. I ain't much like the situation that happened with Extension out in Florida. I didn't like
Yeah,
that either.
that was whack.
Yeah, and that was his own family that crossed him in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is.
Over money.
You know what I'm saying? So much envy and jealousy and stuff. So to see y'all doing things as not only a group but as a family, that's a cool dynamic. Just another teaser. Don't get excited, y'all out there. Just another teaser. But yeah, some people have their wheelhouse where they good at. Some people think outside the box. Don't let nobody tell you that what you're doing is wrong. Because when one person don't like you, might be 10,000 people that like it. So,
Yeah, with another man's trash is another man's treasure type situation.
absolutely. Um, how would you say your growth has been from the first time you started making music to now?
Major growth. I can tell you, if you go on you can listen to the first song on my channel to the last song on my channel now and you can see the growth. But if you go on SoundCloud and look up Yellowstones, YELLOW space STONEZ, you can hear like the quality from then. We used to make music off of just recording it on SoundCloud where you could just hit the record button. We play the beat in the background. And that's
Absolutely.
all we used to do. And to now where we're actually using Audacity and actually mixing things and noise removal and all, it just sounds better naturally, and the lyrics are better, the more genuine. You know, when you first start off when you're young, you kind of just over exaggerate things just to sound hot. Then once you get older, you kind of add your own experiences to become a real artist and have your own image. So I think I've grown a lot because I talk about a lot of things now that's only a part of my life when I was younger. Because I first started off on YouTube just freestyling, and I'm from uh like I said, Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we are like when I grew up, everyone just freestyle. So I was used to freestyle all the time. I had a channel that I put up, but the things I was talking about, like people didn't like. So I ended up taking that down and not using that name anymore because it had a real negative image. So then I changed up my whole flow. So I know it's a major growth, and I'm always growing. Like,
Yeah.
so
So all you can do is grow. Everything is a learning experience. Even for me, it's been a learning experience. When I first started doing this, I didn't have bad quality interviews, but they wasn't the best interviews. They was an hour, hour and a half long. It was great concept. Someone we was prepared for. Someone we was freestyling, believe it or not. But that's what it was. That's because we was. I was at the time I had somebody else that was co with me, so we was putting it kind of together like that, and to see where it's come now, full circle, better content, better stuff like this. It's been a journey. Everything's a journey and learning experience. Um, I I know that y'all talk to the youth in the community and try to tell them about doing positive things. How has that how has that um how has that gratified you dealing with your own knowing your own struggles, but out here trying to teach the youth to do better?
well, when that started, younger kids in our neighborhood would come up and quote our music
Mhm.
when we would make things, and then we would have to explain that the things that we are talking about seem glorified, but it's not. It's just an experience, and it's not an experience you want to go through. So that's kind of where that started, and that's Lyric usually has a lot. He has a lot of people that he mentors and talk to all over.
Yeah.
He really in touch. I'm more into some street things at the moment, but I do. He's more in touch with that. I just
I
try to
feel
keep people doing what I do. You know what I mean? Type thing. Like
I feel you.
don't do what you see.
Absolutely. I mean, I understand. I got the shot behind me, but I'm a street dude at heart. That's why I'm a hustler at heart. Like that's where I started. You know what I'm saying? And I still got. Let me just say, I got major sockets still in the streets. If I needed a socket, I got a socket in the street.
Always, yeah,
Man,
always.
but I've been doing this little positive shit for a minute. This was something that happened during the pandemic, the earliest pulse of the pandemic, and I got kind of fortunate to have some stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? To where this could happen, but I'm still thorough a street cat. Like I said, I'm from New Orleans. I didn't,
That never leaves you.
I've been in the
Can't
trenches.
fake that.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't seen people get killed up in from and down the street from me. Just regular shit is regular, regular degular shit as they like to say in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's what we do. You know what I'm saying? But we always. That's why I like to see people that come from the same struggle that I came from and trying to find a way out. And I feel like they deserve that way out. Because I mean, the streets don't owe a nigga nothing. You feel me? Don't owe us nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can only get so far on the street. I think a lot of this just for my brothers in the street, just a PSA. When you out there and you doing your thing in the streets, know how far to go. Understand that you might be on $1 million block, but you're not gonna make $1 million.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you make 200 to 300 that day, you had a good day. Go your ass inside. Don't sit out there trying to make 200 and 300 more dollars and get your
Greed.
ass, you know what I'm saying? Get your ass hemmed up. Now you gotta go get them people 14, 15, two
Facts.
thousand dollars. You know what I'm saying? Some people got see like people think
This
that
where it's know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
exactly $300 a day. This how I look at it. $300 a day, 7 days a week. That's $2,100. I think I'm doing good. If I
Oh yeah,
bought
math
me
always add up.
If I bought me an 8 piece and I paid 200 for that motherfucker and I done made 13, I had a good day. You feel what I'm saying? I done made
That's up.
21 in a week. I done made a good. You just got to see a lot of people. They get the hustle. They trying to get off. I understand. Look, I'm a street cat. I'm not gonna get too much in. I know how it is. You're trying to get off. You ain't trying to
Right.
sit. None of that. I get that. But sometimes it's better to move slower and smarter. And that's all I'm saying. Um, but I'm not glorifying it. I tell this to a lot of cats that's in the street, like I was in the streets. Not like I'm letting them know. I have never been jammed for nothing. You know what I'm saying? For nothing. Because of the way I move. I'm not greedy, I'm humble, and I do my dirt alone. That's how I was. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what I try to tell people. do your dirty laundry, be greedy. You got your circle. That's all you need. Don't add
More mouths
nobody.
there are, the more that can be open.
Right. It's a circle. It's not a box. You know, in your box. It's
Yeah.
a circle. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a circle, though. Shit. Look, let me get off that subject. I won't say too much, but yeah, shout out to the D boys out there doing anything,
You
man.
know,
Be careful. These people out here killing us, beating us. Y'all know what is going on. I ain't gotta tell y'all. What's the top 5 artists in your playlist today?
up to date right now. Oh, who I play the most? Man, you let me give me like a couple seconds to think. 'Cause my answers ain't gonna be the ones that you thinking. Uh, I listen to just to keep it authentic. I listen to Juice World, The Kid Laroi, Pac, Mike Jones, and there's only one song, and you already know back then that's the one song I listen to. And I listen to a lot of Bone Thugs and Harmony, and especially the weed song when I'm rolling all day.
Man,
Got to shout out to Bone Thugs.
shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's one of my favorite groups. And also
Wait,
me
that-
and
got if you don't know about Resurrection, you ain't a true Bone Thugs fan because they killed that. Just putting that out there too, because a lot of people be hating on that album or mixtape, whatever it is. But I know they killed that.
absolutely. And me and Lyrical were just talking about that. One of them that was interesting and would have surprised me had he not said he was in Austin, Texas, was the Mike Jones. It would have surprised me, but that song that I played, I felt like it was not a chopped and screwed version, but it had a Texas inspiration.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But and I can see, my look, Mike Jones, you got to make some more music. You know, what I mean, you gave people your numbers years ago, and we ain't see from you that lost your weight, and you didn't start making music, bro. You ain't do that, man. You can't do that. But you know, that was the times when it was just classic shit that was coming out. That was in the early '90s. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
was classic music
Best
that was coming out, man. You know, he was one of them. He was like on the forefront of Texas at that time. Then you got the Slim
him,
Thugs.
Paul Wall. Yeah, you right. You right.
Yeah. Now you got the salsa walkers. Motherfuckers putting diamonds in their face and shit.
Yeah, I don't even listen to his music like that. I heard like 2 3 songs. I'm not even fronting. He got music. It's good. It's just
Yeah.
not my. It's not me.
Yeah. Like I don't. It's not my cup of tea.
No dissing. Just ain't me.
I don't like. It's okay, but it's not something that I'm gonna play over and over. Like no.
I'm
Now
riding. I'm not
before
bumping
I
sauce.
play salsa
I'm
walk,
sorry. I'm
no,
gonna
listen.
say it like that.
Before I
I'm sure
play,
he ain't bumping me either. And he can say whatever he want if he ever if this go viral, whatever. But hey, it just ain't me. Just like everyone try to say they ain't bumping Eminem when we
yeah,
all know we bumping Eminem when we
yeah.
angry. But
Now,
when I'm definitely not bumping Sauce Walker. I'll tell you that
yeah,
much.
no, I bumped Trap Boy Freddy before I bumped
Yeah,
salsa walk.
and
And
I'm on Fredo Bang or Moray. He from Fayetteville. That I'm on him before I jump.
dope, super
I'm
dope,
supporting new artists. I'm supporting Moray. But he from where I'm from.
super
That's for
dope.
real.
Super dope. Two bangers back to back. I had to go back in his catalog because
Oh
dude
yeah.
been putting out music. They been
That's
sleeping on
2 6. Yeah, that's Fayetteville all day. You know.
they been shout out to Murray, man. They been sleeping on dude.
Quick
Cause I
saying,
had
don't
to,
get. No, he dropping new music. Everyone just jumping on his one song,
that's what
man. You
I'm
know he got
saying. Like
Kingdom. He's
he
got the
should have
video
been
for that.
made
That
it.
was hard.
He should have
Yeah,
been made it. He dropped
on there.
and then he came back and dropped Kingdom. He should have been made it. They
Oh,
had to be sleeping on, but your time is your time when it's your time. Dude, nice. It's big boy season anyway. So
oh yeah.
they winning
I'm
right
not
now.
trying to front, but you come to Fayetteville, you can
Yeah,
find plenty of Morays and you can find plenty of Cheefas, but
yeah.
you can't find the shit that I'm talking about though. But everyone can rap
Yeah.
out here. It's what we do.
Real talk. Definitely. They got a lot of headbangers come out of North Carolina. And I just
Fact.
can't wait to the next big stuff come out of Carolina. The baby already
Fact.
holding it down. Everything he touched turned platinum. So I mean, it's man. I don't know what's in the water, what's in the food, but I need to come to North Carolina and get a Southern meal. I'm from the South,
Definitely.
but I need to come to North Carolina and get a Southern meal because I don't know what's in the goddamn food. I might come down there and make a platinum meal. I don't know. But,
You gotta come. Yeah, you gotta come to the 2 6 most definitely.
definitely. Man.
Just don't stop somewhere too long. If you in Fayetteville, don't stop anywhere too long. Just
Hell
say that.
yeah.
But it's cool. Everybody
Get
chill
ugly.
out here.
Yeah,
But
definitely, man. It's same out here. Everybody chill out here. You can't stop in one place too long. New Orleans.
they know it ain't safe.
You know what I'm saying? You can come down here, drink, have a good ass time, and get robbed in the same night. Probably don't remember it the next day.
From the same people you were drinking with.
Exactly. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Good times.
I'm never asleep. I'm woke.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see look, you seen a wasted man on the floor. Uh, what are some of the artists that influence you musically?
Like I said, XXX. Um, believe it or not, Eminem, and of course, stereotypically, we can go with that. But the first person I remember that really wanted me to rap, and I started knowing that I wanted to do that was actually Kanye West. Diamonds Are Forever. The first video I ever seen.
College dropout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what made Kanye West is forever. And 50 Cent. I used to go to sleep listening to 50 Cent
Oh yeah.
all the time.
I
G
was a
Unit
big
was
50
definitely
fan.
big exposure. But then later on, like Juice World and XXX, because I made that type of music before I heard them. So when I heard them doing it, they had success. I was like, okay, well, I'm doing something right. You know what I mean? People were doing the same style that I'm doing. And it wasn't even popular at the time. People making fun of them, but they ended up making it big. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And a lot of people wanted me to make music different ways and do it this way. You should rap like this, but I just keep doing what I'm doing.
No,
That's what came up with that one song. Keep doing what I'm doing.
absolutely. I mean, you do what works for you. You know, sometimes it's good to go outside the box, but if it works for you, keep doing it.
If
You
it ain't
know,
natural, it ain't gonna work.
yeah, you
You
know what
gotta
I'm
be
saying?
comfortable doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. Um, what do you want fans to take from your music?
Peace.
Mm,
When you listen to my music, I want you to feel the sadness and the anger and the happiness, but I also want you to feel like you got a better mindset of listening to it. It helped you think about your problems and your struggles, and it also helps you figure out how to fix what you're going through. Like if you listen to Motivated, any one of them, and you're just not getting out of a relationship and you in that deep dark mindset, you can listen to that and still and hear the ending. Like, nah, months later you're gonna be straight, you're gonna be fine. Don't cry. That's why I made that song. Like, man, you good. Like you gotta figure out what the world is telling you and what God's telling you and the universe is putting in front of you. Because some things happen that seem like it's the end of the world, but later on you peep out months later that, oh, I'm glad I got out of that situation. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make everybody feel better.
absolutely. Where can people find your music?
YouTube. I haven't really like stretched out to all platforms just yet, but I'm just holding out YouTube right now. Cheefa YZ on YouTube. But eventually later on in this year, I'm definitely stretching everywhere. Right
Absolutely.
now, I'm just, a life and doing my music, and then excuse me, once I get to a better place, it's definitely it's all in the works right now. Just know the moves are these are not final moves right here. We always doing moves, and everything's about to get bigger, real quick.
Absolutely, man. Subscribe to Cheefa, man, on YouTube, man. Support his movement, support their movement, support what they're doing. Also, make sure y'all tune into part 3 because we're gonna have loud boys in the building. That's what the loud mob in the building.
Loud boys,
Yeah, we're gonna have them in the
ones,
building.
LPR Row. There's a lot of names. Make sure
Yeah,
you go subscribe to Lyric Lauer and Chief Wise. We out here, like he said, and I appreciate you doing the interview. It's a vibe. I like what when I'm subscribed. Definitely, y'all definitely got to subscribe to my boy. Like,
definitely. Subscribe, man. Subscribe to the Battle Rap Kingdom, man. The Chop It Up podcast. Subscribe to us too, man. Like I said in every video, man, we on the road to 1,000, man. Y'all know what it is, man. When we get to 1,000, it's going crazy. It's up there. You already know what's going down, man. Big ass giveaway, big ass giveaway, period, man. You know what's going down. Um, before I end it, I just started this. And I'm gonna keep going before I end this. You know how I do it, man. I'm gonna end it with a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? No instrumental. I'm gonna start it off. And if my guests want to jump in, by all means, jump in. I ain't in the car with them right now, but I feel like I'm hotboxing the car right now.
you
So
already
let's go.
know.
Listen, listen. Gangsta in my blood. Walk like a man. I ain't trying to be a thug. Fuck him if he mug. Fuck around and leave his body in a ditch. No love. OJ without the gloves. If it don't fit, it must have quit. Tell your bitch to get off my tip. Long grip, extendo player, nigga like Nintendo 10-4. Niggas at your window. How you want it? Yellow Pinto, old school. Niggas don't want it. I changed the rules. I am that dude. I keep it cool. Mellow is my mood. Nigga, I'm a food, ask about it. You'll learn something. If it beat phone, guaranteed I'll burn something. How you learning? Leave them burning. Soul yearning. Yeah.
Hey, all right, all right. Hey, I said first off, man, fuck the hate. I've been on a mission. Motherfuckers trying to catch me slipping. They something different. I'll catch you in the kitchen, making a sandwich with your women. We don't give a fuck, homie, cause you about to go missing. Cause we pull up for a door, leave them stuck. We don't really give a fuck, and I'm puffing on a blunt. I'm leaving all DNA, cause I don't really give a shit, cause I'm on the run like Tay K. If they try to come after me, I can keep on going and show you off for a moment, but I'll leave it for part 3. Y'all keep on going. When it drop, you better hit the like and subscribe, because Battle Rap Kingdom and Cheefa YZ gonna be live. You already know.
Mm.
Little something.
Mm. Yeah. Chop it up the podcast, man. It's your
Chop it
boy
up.
Hawk Life. Special thanks to my guest,
You know,
Chief of YZ, man. Definitely be back for part 3, man. Cause this gonna
definitely.
be a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's the Chop It Up podcast. Chop, chop, chop it up. Let's talk.